Be sure to order your copy of the Go-Go Offense by Coach Brennan Marion on footballgameplan.com/GoGoOffense. Coach Marion goes through the ins and outs of his explosive offense, one that's tearing up the college football field and putting a lot of points on the scoreboard. Again, you can order your copy at footballgameplan.com/GoGoOffense. Don't forget to order your copy of our 2020 NFL Draft Prospect Guide. You can find that on our website at footballgameplan.com/2020 draft guide. You'll get full scouting reports on over 650 prospects for this upcoming draft class. Welcome to Football Game Plan, where football makes sense. I'm Emory Hunt, the czar of the playbook. Bring you our Cincinnati Bengals 7-round mock draft video. And before we get started, let's take a look at the mock draft rules. First, let's take a look at some of the team needs heading into free agency and the draft. And the Bengals have an obvious clear need at the number one position on the football field, which is the quarterback, but also have some defensive needs as well, especially at the second level. Looking at some of the key moves they made in free agency that could affect their draft, and franchising AJ Green was a big step in my opinion. He's one of the best receivers in the game, and if you're going to add a quarterback, you want to make sure to have a premier player out there on the perimeter for him to throw to. Also, adding both Mackenzie Alexander and Trey Waynes from the Minnesota Vikings really helps bolster their secondary. You can also look at the Von Bell addition at safety as another one that was key. He could push Sean Williams for that starting role at strong safety. Now let's take a look at how my mock draft played out for the Cincinnati Bengals, who own 7 selections in the upcoming draft, including the first overall pick. And with that number 1 pick, I took the best player in the draft, and that's defensive end Chase Young out of Ohio State. To me, the Bengals are in a unique situation like the Cleveland Browns were in 2017 and in 2018, as well as the New York Giants were in 2018, having the opportunity to get 2 premier players with their first 2 selections, with the second being a quarterback that is really talented, who everyone was underrating. In 2017, that QB was either Pat Mahomes or Deshaun Watson, and pairing them up with Leonard Fournette at running back. In 2018, it was Saquon Barkley and Lamar Jackson. The Bengals, to me, can have their cake and eat it too with this draft. That's why I went with Young here at number 1. He's a legit game breaker and game changer. Because in round 2, I took Jalen Hurts at quarterback, who has won at 2 major programs and has gotten better every year. The improvements he made in the passing game over the last 2 seasons is very impressive. He's a very durable player that got great situational football awareness, and he's very athletic and mobile with the capability to make it an 11-on-11 game. He's being undervalued right now as a franchise quarterback option. He reminds me a lot of Dak Prescott. In round 3, I went with help along the offensive line with tackle Ezra Cleveland from Boise State. With the healthy return of Jonah Williams, who's penciled in at left tackle as a starter, Cleveland can come in and provide depth there while also pushing right tackle Bobby Hart for that starting job. The Bengals need help at tight end, and Albert Okwuegbunam out of Missouri would give them sort of a stretch flex option at the position now with the departure of Tyler Eifert. Doubling down on the offensive line helped with Kentucky guard Logan Stenberg, who I think is a talented player. He was finally able to put everything together, I thought, this past season. He would potentially help them out on the right side. In the 6th round, I added help at linebacker with the speedy Justin Strnad out of Wake Forest. I like his versatility. He's able to play Sam or Will, and is another player who's criminally underrated in this draft class. In rounding out this Bengals mock draft, I added Michigan corner Lavert Hill, who has terrific instincts and ball skills and is coming off of a strong week down at the East-West Shrine Bowl, adding depth to the secondary as well, but he's also strengthening the special teams. So that's it for this Cincinnati Bengals 7-round mock draft video. I'm Emory Hunt, the czar of the playbook. Be sure to follow me on all of my social media accounts, and don't forget to check out and subscribe to the Football Game Plan Network located at youtube.com/footballgameplan. Also subscribe on iTunes to Football Game Plan Podcast and leave us a 5-star rating, and pick up a copy of our 2020 NFL Draft Guide. You can find that at footballgameplan.com/2020 Draft Guide. And don't forget to check out every Thursday and Friday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time on the Game Plus Network, our Scout Team TV show. Again, Check with your cable provider for channel listings.